Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Georgia, it's nice time change. Give you a little time to do stuff in the afternoon. So we're gonna get ready here to. I just got through mowing this green sorghum down, and with this brown, I'm just catching this little bit of stuff that I might have skipped over. But nothing really, just trying to chew up some of these stalks. But as you can see, mower did a good job. Didn't have no issues. You know, again, this is one thing I wish that I guess if I had a gripe with Fendt, it would be that when you pay this much, you know, for 160 horse, I guess it might be 167 horse. I don't know how they rated it for the 516. But, you know, I would love to have had the 540E, and be honest with you, when I ordered it, I thought it was a standard feature. I didn't ask my dealer. I just thought it was standard because it was standard. It wasn't standard on my Massey I had before this for 12 years, but I just felt like, you know, tractor this caliber with all the technology, 540E would have been standard, but it's not. And that's the only gripe I got, because I could be running 1500 RPM right now instead of 1900 RPM, and I could be burning, instead of that 1.4 gallons an hour. I know y'all probably can't see it. Let me stop here, but you can see I'm burning 1.4 gallons an hour, 2.6 gallons an acre. Just wouldn't make a big difference in my fuel usage. And I wish I'd have got that feature. Maybe down the road I get the opportunity. Maybe I could trade this one in and get me a 620. And you say, well, why you want a 620? Well, I would love to have a sunflower 18-foot fold up hair. I guess that would be I think that's the 35 series, I believe that's right. And I have a 12 series, 15 foot, but it's really 16 by the time you got your rollers and all. And it's just hell to go down these narrow roads here in Georgia, you know, and it won't fold up, so you taking up 16 foot. These days people aren't patient like they used to be, so, you know, it's just a lot to be carrying down the road, meeting people. You gotta get over at the signs. You know, and y'all got a lot wider equipment than I do, but still, for me, I'd love to have an 18 foot that I could fold up. I think it folds up less than 13 foot, somewhere around just a little over 12 foot, I think it folds up to. And it would take a 620 to pull that. I don't think this 516 would pull the 18 foot. I think it would be short a little bit on horsepower. But it pulls a 16 foot like it ain't even there, but that 18 foot, when you go to the sunflower, if you're not familiar with a sunflower hair, that joker's like 336 pounds of cutting force per foot on my 1212. But if you go to the next series up, which I think is a 1235, that cutting force jumps to 500 and something pounds of cutting force. So it is a lot heavier hair, a lot stronger hair, as far as, you know, how much it'll cut. So you better have some horsepower when you hook up to it, because I can tell you, I got a good friend of mine out in Kansas. I ran his 6170M John Deere, and that's a 6-cylinder tractor, and I ran it here in Georgia for a while till he took it out to Kansas. And that 6170 John Deere knows that 16 foot hair I got's behind it, especially when you go up a hill in some sand. It knows it. And it knows it more than this Fendt does at 167 horsepower. It don't know it's there. There's a big difference in the way they pull. I don't know why, but it pulls it, but it will know it's there if it's in sandy soil. So that's the reason I say, you know, I wouldn't attempt going to buy 18 foot hair and then I got a tractor that can't pull it. So maybe one day we can get a 620, get the economy PTO, and that way, you know, this brown right here can be maybe only pulling 1 gallon an acre you know, and maybe only burning 1.4 gallons an hour. And that would make a huge difference, because I do like the economy PTO for things like I'm doing right now, because it just don't take much horsepower to do what I'm doing right now. All right, I think we got this field good enough. Like I said, we'll come back and do some disking, try to get a few videos of some disking with the sunflower and show you how good a job it does, and I'll show you how this tractor pulls that. And I've seen that on other videos, you know, but my soil here is a little softer than some of them other videos I made. So we'll show you how to cut right through this trash like it ain't nothing. We'll come back and do that. But if I don't get you another video today, we'll try it again tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Alright. Just got that terrace over there cut, and I just figured I'd make a pass through here and show y'all. Keep talking about how good this mower mows, and I'm not even running at 540 RPM, just 490. But you can see it looks like there's nothing there, but look at the quality of the cut. Unbelievable. I mean, he just cuts it like a lawnmower. I probably don't want to get over there too much, but on this terrace here, you see, I mean, just really good quality. Let's back up. I'm gonna tell you, it'll cut this thing. This thing looks like you run a lawnmower over it. I'm just gonna show you, if I were to cut all 3 passes here, what it would look like. And you see I'm backing up here, right? I'm finna show you what the quality of cut. So I'm backing up, and I'm gonna back up all the way to this curve down here. You see I'm spitting out the grass over there. And it don't look like that grass is that thick, and it really ain't that thick. But you was like, man, ain't no way that thing's cutting that. But it is a bush hog. No, it ain't a Baumalight like Hank's got. And a Baumalight Flail Mulcher, it might cut better. I doubt it. I'd put it up against any of the Baumalight Flail Mulchers, and I believe it'll outcut it any day of the week. And like I said, you can back over material just as thick as you want. You ain't got to run over the material, and Hank may correct me, but I believe you have to drive over everything with his Baumalight that he's got. And I'm not going to drive over stuff that this thing here can cut. But now I might back over some stuff. But I just went backwards the whole way, and you see the quality of the cut. I mean, it is really good, okay? And that's me cutting my terrace, but you can see the quality of the cut. Right there. And that was going backwards, and I was going forward on the left side, backwards in the middle. You can't tell the difference, because it don't matter. This mower cuts just as good forward as it does backwards. Really, really good quality. And like I said, that X-Mark won't cut it any lower than I just cut it. And here we are again back behind, and you can see. I mean, just look at the quality of the cut. Yeah, we hit some of them great Georgia ant beds, but I'm telling you, the tractor's running smooth. I just run it this way because it don't know it's back there. Like I said, I wish I had the 540E. That would be the ticket. I wish Fendt had put it as a standard feature on this tractor. Because I thought I got every option you could get except the hydraulic hookup for the front end loader. And I got it home, didn't realize it didn't have 540E. I was like, what? But it don't. So that would probably save me a little bit. We still running at that. There you go, right there. Let's see. You can see it running 1.5 gallons per hour. Oh, excuse me, there it is right there. 1.5 gallons an hour and 2.6 gallons an acre. Same as we were doing a while ago. And again, look back there at that quality of that cut. Very nice. It cuts really well. pick up here, and we finna hook up to the hair.